have in front of me the New Republic newspaper. The front page says that Oforiatta's fake wife, dirty money pops up. U.S. investigators probe deeper ahead of extradition decision. I'll read it to you again. Oforiatta's fake wife, dirty money pops up. U.S. investigators probe deeper ahead of extradition decision. And that story is on page 3 of the New Republic newspaper. Imani chief exposes $15 billion Chibi looters. Imani chief exposes $15 billion Chibi looters. Also prophecies for hire scheme on page 4 of the paper. Also, Baumia boy blows cover on how party packaged poll data in the form of men of God. These are some of the stories that the New Republic is reporting this morning. We'll get to know the details, of course, shortly in the program. Also, Mahama chairs Davos Lunch of Accra Reset, and that's on page 9. Crisis at G-Tech, also on page 9 of the paper. These are some of the stories that the New Republic is reporting this morning. Quickly to the Overseer newspaper. And the Ashanti and Eastern regions recorded the highest number of multi-dimensionally poor people in Ghana, with more than 1 million affected in each region, underscoring how population size is reshaping the country's poverty map, even as national indicators improve. Well, while regions such as Northeast and Savannah continue to post the highest poverty incidence rates, above 50%, the data shows that high population regions are now carrying the heaviest absolute burden of deprivation. Well, at the national level, poverty remains sharply divided along rural-urban lines. In quarter 3 of 2025, multidimensional poverty in rural areas reached 31.9%, more than double the 14.2% recorded in urban centers, reflecting unequal access to basic services and productive opportunities. Meanwhile, Greater Accra, the Western region, recorded the lowest poverty incidence, both remaining below 20%, highlighting wide regional disparities that demand geographically targeted policy responses. Director of the African Department at the International Monetary Fund has commended Ghana for making tremendous improvements in key sectors, particularly in power accessibility and overall living conditions. Well, according to him, he attributed the progress to the collective efforts of the Ghanaian people and institutions rather than the IMF program. So this is coming from the Director of African Department at the International Monetary Fund. And he says that we've made key improvements in various sectors, particularly in power accessibility and then overall living conditions. And then she says that this is a collective effort of the Ghanaian people and institutions rather than the IMF. So the IMF played a role, but you cannot attribute it solely to the work of the IMF. You can attribute it to how Ghanaians themselves and then institutions were able to manage their affairs. However, challenges still remain, particularly in job creation and economic stability. He said Ghana has not made comparable progress in generating jobs and continues to experience volatility in key macroeconomic indicators, especially around election periods. So your living condition may be better, but there's still the challenge of job hunting, unemployment. Sisters don't is joining me. Sisters, good morning. How is your living condition like?
Better than last year.
Nice.
Yeah. It's improved.
And that's exactly what the IMF is telling us.
Exactly.
That we've seen some improvement.
It's better than last year.
In fact, it's also on the back of what the IES2 is saying. You know that IES has a latest survey that say that most Ghanaians believe the country is headed in the right direction. You think so too?
I don't know the parameters they were measuring or they considered. But if I think we did this at the beginning of the month and of the year when we did an assessment. In fact, we started in December, if you recall. We did an assessment of the various institutions, government as a whole, in terms of governance, in terms of peace, in terms of security, and we also looked at individual ministries. If you recall, we picked some specific ministries,
right,
and we went into them. And overall, I think we all agreed that, look, there's been a better mark in between January and December 2025 than we saw from January to December 2024,
right,
or the year before that. So overall, I am not surprised. I'm not surprised about the IEA survey. IEA does surveys now.
Yes. I mean, they do it occasionally, sometimes. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I'm not surprised about the outcome at all.
You want to know the numbers they are mentioning?
Yes, at least some of the indicators that they looked at.
Yes. So I'll read to you the detail of this report from the Institute of Economic Affairs. And then 58% of Ghanaians are happy with the direction of the country, they say. And then in general, they ask the question in general, are you happy with the way things are going in the country? And then 58% say that yes, they are happy. However, 34% say that they're not happy. So the answer no. 34%.
Okay, and these surveys don't allow people to give their reason.
No. I mean, it's a very closed-ended poll.
Yeah,
Yes.
I would have loved to know what exactly the reasoning is. Why are they not happy? I would have loved to know that.
And then those who are not sure, 8% of them say that they are not sure whether the country is headed in the right direction or not. But the story is that 58 think yes, 34 say no, and then 8 say they're not sure, they don't have an opinion on whether or not the country is headed in the right direction.
That's usually the most dangerous part of the population. You don't stand anywhere.
But they say they don't know.
You don't know how.
Yeah, but they are thinking about
8%.
themselves. Yes, 8% of them.
You see, those who say we did. Is it right? We don't know. Is it wrong? We don't know. Is it right or wrong? We don't know. Are you in the middle? I don't know.
See, that is nicer than that. It's the people who do the which is which people. But there are a few things that, the new government came with new economic and development policies, along with a leadership style that has sparked significant debate about where the country is headed. Therefore, we asked citizens whether they were happy with the way things were going in the country. Most respondents, 58, said they were happy. 34 indicated that they were not happy with how things were going, and 8% said they were not sure. The results, IEA says, that is not surprising considering the macroeconomic gains recorded in 2025. The cedi appreciated by about 32% against the dollar. That's between 2024 and then 2025. The strengthening of the cedi, together with broader macroeconomic improvements, have helped ease inflationary pressures, which is reflected in the decrease in the price of fuel at the pump and the cost of some imported consumer goods. Hence, inflation has also declined sharply from 23.8% in 2024 to 5.4% in 2025. So there are other positive developments which may have influenced people's perception of the direction.
So the pollster itself agrees with the opinion of the people.
And the pollster is giving reasons why people say that the country is headed in the right direction. These reasons are not by the respondents themselves. They are.
So those reasons should have come from the pollster. From the respondents.
The respondents, yes.
You see, that's why I was asking to know the 34% what their view is.
Right.
And I think that 34% is a significant number.
It is.
So if you have 34% of the population that says something is not right with the administration, it is in the interest of the administration to know why this 34% thinks the way it thinks. So that if there are some things that the administration can deal with, can address, it will immediately address them. And if it's the usual NDC NPP politics too, then the administration will know that yes, it is it is on the right course. And it's not just the administration. For those of us in the media, also for watchers of the space, it's important that we get to know why people say things are not right. So the minority, for instance, calls for the removal of foreign minister, and they gave a reason. So it's up to you to agree with the reason or not to agree with the reasoning. But that is a position that they have taken, and you would have to respect them for that position. So, maybe just a little something to the pollster, so that in subsequent polls, we get to know why people, some of the reasons, so that when you give us all of this, then you are able to say, these were the reasons given by respondents, and this is why we have this result that we have. So it helps in the analysis, number one. Number two, it particularly helps the decision maker to know where to turn. So that it's not just the usual yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Then we are left to conjecture as to why it is yes or it is no.
Right.
Yeah.
But closely linked to the living condition and the way the country is running, I would put the transportation situation also in that bracket. I mean, if you wake up and you can't go to work, it is affecting your living condition. If you have to spend 4 hours in traffic, come to work tired.
Oh, but that issue could not have been part of this survey.
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
Because this was just something that started when
beginning of the year, yes, up until somewhere 21st. That's the duration. So
it's not something that I think we can. And I want to believe it's a temporary setback. I want to believe.
Yes. I'm just introducing another conversation. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. That the GPRTU, they say that they are continuing with their crackdown on transport operators charging arbitrary fares, contrary to what GPRTU has put out as the agreed fares. So you know that on yesterday, some drivers were arrested at Ablekuma in Accra and sent to the police station.
Oh, they should come to Madinala. Oh.
Let's take a listen to what Abbas Moro speaks for the GPRTU. Then he explaining, the circumstances or what happened exactly with the arrest that has been made, the motivation, and what they are looking out for in the coming days. So this is Abbas Moro from the GPRTU.
Guy on board. Yes, at our yesterday's emergency meeting, we agreed that we should put our guy on board whilst we are waiting for these two groups. So they started this morning. They have to operate at a particular place for about an hour or 2 hours, then they leave to another place. This morning they were at Ablekuma and they were able to, by the close of the morning, arrested about 15 vehicles for overcharging, for loading, for sure, because they do not belong to any union. They don't have any particular route that they will operate. In the laws of the land, every union has to register with assemblies in its jurisdiction.
So that's the voice of Abbas Moro Sisters. I don't know what you make of this approach by the GPRTU, whether it will help solve the problem or it will have, it will be counterproductive. What do you think? Say again.
I'm 100% for it. If you recall our last conversation, I mentioned this. And I even gave you my own example of how I wish I could arrest a certain driver and his mates. Yes, because, it's not right. It's now gotten to levels of greed, and we shouldn't tolerate it. We shouldn't allow drivers decide what they want to charge at what time. And yesterday, Abiam was giving me a brief story. You see, you don't get a vehicle. You have to pay more. So the normal fare is 12 cedis, but under certain circumstances, you could pay 15 cedis, even as high as 20-something cedis, just to get from Madina to Ebre. That is not right, and we shouldn't allow that to. That's why I keep saying that all the places you are at Ablekuma is not come to Madina. You arrest half of the drivers at the Madina on the Madina stretch.
Then they arrest the other half at Circle. if these are the arrests they are making, I want to know where they are taking them to after they are arrested. Where do they take them to?
If you arrest somebody's police station, you take the person to.
The number of drivers who are doing this, can the police stations we have, can they?
we will beg landlords to donate their rooms, because see, it must stop.
It should.
It must stop.
Should we not find a better solution?
What would the better solution be?
I don't know.
This is purely human behavior. How do you do? How else can you handle it?
Because it does not look to me that this strategy is, at the moment, is working. Maybe it's deterring some drivers from doing what their fellow drivers or their co-drivers are doing. So at the moment, it may work, but does it really solve the problem?
I think sustainable is the word you are looking for.
Yes.
That is not sustainable. But for me, it doesn't matter.
So far as it's working at the
moment.
So far as
if it works for even 1 week, I'm happy. If we have to force a change of behavior, we must force it.
Okay, but you think this will force the change in behavior?
And even if temporarily, I really don't care. Something must happen immediately. You can't have drivers doing what they like on the roads. We can't have that. One driver is charging 10 cedis for a distance that should take 5 cedis. Another driver is taking 15 cedis for the same distance. Another driver is taking 20 cedis for the... And mind you, I've made this argument before. The owner of the vehicle is not even benefiting from all of this. Because there's a fixed amount that goes to the owner of the vehicle. So the rest actually goes to the driver and his mates. That is profiteering. And it is not good. You cannot be profiting off the sweat of innocent people. And then after doing all of that, you turn around and insult government and say government is the reason things are not working. Meanwhile, you are the reason things are not working. You are causing traffic on the road. You've blocked part of the road. You are loading in the middle of the road. And when you load too, you still charge more than you should. So if you alone, you've broken down every fiber of the system. Then you turn around and insult somebody because the person is in political office. Come on.
You and the drivers, you have beef.
No, this beef they are like. So task force, please, until you go to Madena station or the Madena Dodowa, Madena Ebri stretch, you have not started yet.
Because Ablekuma, those areas, they just get drivers.
If you don't have places to lock the drivers to, we'll beg the landlords. They'll give you rooms. We'll lock them there whilst the courts look at. Because it is not right. It is not right. There's too much indiscipline, too much misbehavior, too much I don't care on that stretch from Zongo Junction. In fact, let me start from Atomic Junction. From Atomic Junction to Reeds Junction, those stops there, the drivers are misbehaving. And as for the fares, the ones we now talk about the fares, then it stretches. Whether you are on the Dodowa stretch or the Oyarifa stretch. So the task force must, and the task force shouldn't just be GPRTU people. Please, IGP, add some policemen to them.
Are you critical?
No, it's a serious matter. I mean, we deal with government when government fails to provide us the relief that we need. Now government is providing the relief, and we in our own attitude, we are doing the things some way. And when you talk to, they say you are NDC. I mean, how can this be NDC and PP matter? How? We shouldn't do this to ourselves. Not at all. Maybe this one I like. If you like, call me NDC. But IGP, we beg you, add some policemen to the GPRTU task force. Let them go to, in fact, the Madina place, the operation should start now and run for the next 5 months. The operation should start this morning. Now. Let's start from, now I'm even extending. UPSA Junction, the traffic light there. Let's start from there. Through to Reeds Junction, all those bus stops there. The misbehavior along, see, in the evening, if you see the traffic that piles up on the Atomic roundabout, no, Atomic Junction,
yes.
Roundabout is the other one. Atomic Junction, the traffic can overflow onto the Presec gate. You see what I'm talking about?
Yes.
And drivers are parking in the middle of the highway. In fact, some are parking on the overhead to drop people. And the whole of that stretch is usually too messy, too chaotic. A driver can easily knock down a passenger there. So you drop somebody, the person has to cross the road, another driver is trying to cross, he knocks him down. Now who caused him? This innocent driver, his life changes that moment. Everybody will start attacking him. And you, the one who caused it, you are gone. Let's not set ourselves up. There's not something any government can solve for us. It is not something any government can. It is our own attitude now. So this thing must stop. IGP, we beg you. IG Yohunu, we beg you. GPRTU has started something good. Me, I am lauding it. I am applauding it. I am commending it. IGP Yohunu, please. Detail some policemen to join this task force, number one. Number two, on the Madena stretch, We don't need a touch and go. We need a stationed task force. Stationed task force. It should start operations this morning, this minute, and run for the next 5 months. Arrest as many as you can.
You see, then we are talking about the sustainability levels of this again.
No, but we need a period to also measure.
But five months tax force arresting drivers. Number one, where are we keeping them? What is the?
No, I'm not saying arrest and keep the person for 5 months. When you arrest somebody, the person immediately is taken to court.
That's not what I'm talking about. So I'm talking about where you are keeping them, not where you are taking them to.
On that stretch, there's Medina Police Station, there's Adenta Police Station, there's Frafraha Police Station, there's Ayi Mensa Police Station.
So you know the number of drivers you would arrest there?
And I'm saying that if the police stations are not enough, we are begging landlords, donate your rooms. The problem must be solved. Crosby, you don't use that road, that's why you don't understand.
I use the Medina road.
Up to Atomic Junction.
Yes, I use Circle. It is even worse at Circle.
I'm talking about where I know. Because, see, if you say 1 week, you do this 1 week, go back. Former regional minister Henry Kote, when he started his operation at Zongo Junction, we all clapped for him. We're happy. We're excited about the change that had come to that side. But the moment the police were withdrawn, then back to, how do you have people crossing the road right under the footbridge? They have built a footbridge. Wait.
Hold on for me. Let me speak with Abbas tomorrow. Abbas, good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning.
So we're talking about the latest that the GPRTU is doing, and I'm sure this is coming from the meeting that you had with the transport minister some days ago on how to solve this problem. But talk to us, what has been happening since?
Yes, the meeting was on Monday, 4 days today. Then the next day we called for an emergency meeting in Accra here. Our drivers came in their numbers and we presented the outcome of the meeting with the minister to them, that we finally agreed that there should be a task force made up of our union guards, the assemblies, task force men, then with police assistance. And they all agree that if we have to wait till the ministry writes to the police, writes to the assembly, it will even waste more time, since we've been accused wrongly that we are not those in charge of charging above and working short. We should immediately deploy our union guards on the road whilst we are waiting for the police and the assembly task force. So immediately, the third day, that was yesterday, we used our union guards to start the work for us, and they were able to apprehend about 15 buses.
So
somewhere were charging, some were also working against the law of the land. So they were handed over to the police. So this is what happened yesterday. And that was in the morning.
Okay.
In the evening, they will continue to another part. So when I get to the office this morning, I'll get to know what also transpired in the evening.
So again, who are these tax force? Who are they arresting? Drivers who are charging higher than the price?
Those who are overcharging, charging above what they are supposed to charge.
Okay.
Some taking short shots.
Okay.
And some without the laws of, the law of the land. If you look at the Road Traffic Regulation 2012, that is the LI 2180, you go to Regulation 121, which says before you drive as a commercial driver, you must belong to a union, a society, or a transport organization, any company who has registered as such. And some of them are also not with any union company. They just have their vehicle, put them on the road, and we suspect they are the very people who are overcharging.
Okay.
So since the law has its mandate and they are doing differently, they were also included. So we handed them over to the police.
Okay, so how do they make the arrest? They get to the bus stops, the various bus stops, if you like, and then they listen to how the drivers are loading. How do they do it?
Some of our members are in Mufti. They will join the vehicle halfway and alight at where our people are to see how much the driver is taking from them. So these are the models of operandi. And some were stopped also. The passengers were asked, where are you coming from and where did he say he's going to? He's taking you to. They also explain the situation. So it wasn't a thing that they just suspect.
Okay.
But they were arrested with facts.
So when you arrest them, you hand them over to the police?
Yes, that is what we did. That is what exactly we did.
Okay. So which areas do you usually target? Which areas does the task force usually target? Is there a reason why?
The other place I don't have to mention on the air.
Okay. Okay.
The task force are to go around everywhere. We have specific places that we have the reports of such things going around those areas. So this is what they are going to do for all of us.
So when you speak with the drivers that you arrest, what do they tell you?
Well, they look at the number of our people, and no matter how strong you are, our people are many, so you have to succumb to. No matter how rough you are, you look at some of their structures, nobody will tell you to obey the directives given to you.
Oh, okay. So some of the drivers want to put up a fight. They want to resist there.
Oh, definitely. Every recalcitrant driver comes with some characters. So that is what is on the road. But we strongly believe the transport minister will do as he also promises. You immediately get the mayor and get the police regional commander as well, so that they get those people in addition to our people.
I see. There's a question too about how sustainable this is, or how long you're going to do this for. What's the answer to that?
As long as the recalcitrant character haven't changed, our people will be on the road. When they change, we will call them back. Immediately, those characters vanish from our system, we immediately call them back.
You know that when the MTTD was introduced into the road traffic work in the country, the idea is that they should help sanitize the system. But as time went on, we've seen how easily some of them may have been compromised. My question is, how certain are we that in the next couple of weeks, since we don't know how long this will last, in the next couple of weeks, some of the members of your task force will not begin to, to be very receptive to the drivers, will not be compromised by the drivers such that they will not be doing what you have told them to do exactly?
There are some people among them whom are spies.
Some people amongst the task force who are spies.
People among them who are our spies. They never knew we have specifically add those people to them, thinking they are their seniors who help them to do the work. They will make them spies in the system, whereby they might not tarnish the good image that we are trying to paint to the general public. So they themselves, I'm not supposed to say this for them to do, but they themselves doesn't know why those people are with them. So we strongly believe in every society there are certain characters which if care is not taken, might dent our name. So we are cautious of that, and that is what we've done.
Abbas, Sixtus wants to have a few words with you. Please stay on the line for me.
Abbas,
Yeah.
good morning, sir.
Morning, Master.
Congratulations, well done.
Thank you very much.
When is the Medina one starting?
I don't have to mention it. But yesterday in the evening, they were supposed to go to 37, then they continued to Medina. That was yesterday. But since I was not with them, I never knew what transpired until I get to the office this morning.
Is it possible to have a team dedicated to the Medina stretch alone?
So if that could help all of us, why not? If that could help all of us. Because as I speak now, we are waiting for the assemblies and the police, which will beef up the number. So if that could help and make sure what we are doing will help all of us and achieve the main reason for this issue, why not?
I was going to ask you about the police. You've just mentioned them. When exactly are you expecting the police to join you in this crusade?
Since we started yesterday, the transport minister will hear about that. So today we shall find out from him how he has gone with the police and the assemblies task force. It is necessary we should have them in addition.
So my colleague asked you about how sustainable you think this is, how long this is going to last, and whether you think. So first of all, what is your plan? How many weeks are you going to be doing this for?
We say as long as the character doesn't change, we shall use them, because it is Ghanaians that we are working for. And if care is not taken, all the good work that we've started will come to zero. So we want to make our mark. So as long as they don't change, we will also be on the road to make sure right things are being done. So let's hope those doing that change immediately and we all live happily.
So beyond arresting them, what's the plan? So you've arrested 10 drivers. You arrested 10 drivers yesterday, just an example. You've taken them to the police station, the nearest police station. They've been processed to court. What next?
My brother, definitely those in that act will change. Because if you hear your friend has been charged or has been sentenced to 1 month, 2 months, or 3 months, I don't think we will continue. Those bad notes will continue doing that. Definitely, immediately, all those in that act will change.
Okay. And you have the men to keep doing this for as long as there's the need for it?
Yes, we have the men to do it. As long as we will want to continue with it, they are also there for us.
Properly motivated too.
Oh yes, that is going to come from us. Yes, we motivate them to make sure they do the work for us, not to be taking money from anybody.
Abbas, thank you so much. We're grateful for your time, sir.
Thank you.
And then we wish you all the best. But stay at Circle for long. Stay at Circle for long.
Please.
In fact, everybody
Madina
says go to the area because
and the technician on duty also says you have to pay attention to the Kaswa people. So it's as if the flashpoints are too many. I'm beginning to wonder whether you have enough men for this.
They say that they do.
Yes, we have. You see, the way we are doing it, if we have the assembly and the police, it will help all of us. It will help all of us. So Kaswa, they should change or we are coming for them. Okay, thank you.
Abbas, thank you so much, Abbas. So Abbas tomorrow is with Ghana, GPRT is what? Ghana
Private Road Transport Union. We used used to do what you know and all these things. So, hey.
And I'm sure that those of you listening, I'm sure you're very happy with this conversation. I want to say good morning to you, Prekesa Aristocrat. I'm sure this is a conversation you'll be waiting for. And then the GPRTU says that they have started this. They're happy about it. So tell us, when you reach us this morning, talk to us about what you think of this initiative or this approach adopted by the GPRTU. You think it is sustainable? You think it's having good impact? Or what advice or suggestion do you have for the GPRTU? You can call us now on 0559242717 or 0556910154. I want to say a good morning to you, Alhaji Akundo, as well. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Yes, sir. Your name? Oh, your name.
What is today?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you? Great. Talk to us. Let's hear you say.
I hope so. About the email floor.